Yesterday I had spoken to him. Yes, okay.
Sunil Chef, are you there? We can't hear you.
Sorry for that, ma'am. Good afternoon and welcome to an exciting session on career prospects for a BHM graduate. Today, we'll be talking about an express line to your career growth in BHM program. We have today with us Ms Sheetal Bale. She is head of HR and training with the Leela Goa. We'll be starting with an introduction of the speaker by our Dean Ma'am, Professor Garima Prakash, which will be followed by a session by Dean Ma'am talking about the Bachelor's in Hotel Management program. This will be followed by sharing of Vatel legacy by Mr. Laura Giro. He's a director for Vatel program, director campus life and director student welfare. This will be followed by a sharing of admission process and a Q&A session and a very nice video on campus life at Sushant University. May we please request you to be here because Ms. Sheetal Bale, we're talking about some very interesting points which a person who's thinking of joining hotel management or already joined the hotel management can look forward to. She'll be talking about the property also. She'll be showing you a very nice video about the property. So stay tuned. Taking this forward, let me talk about Ms. Sheetal Bale. With nearly 25 years of quantitative experience in the hospitality industry, Ms. Sheetal Bale is a graduate of Belgaca Institute of Management, Mumbai, an ex-captain from Indian Army, tutor for students of military nursing services. Ms. Bale is presently working with the Leela Goa as head HR and training. The Leela Goa is a unique property sprawled across 75 acres of lush landscapes and beautiful lagoons, with a winding river on one side and the azure blue sea on the other side. The resort is an enchanting asset unique, the only resort in India having the club facilities and every luxury room facing a water body. The Leela Goa have been awarded as one of the best luxury resorts by Condé Nast Incredible India and of late was awarded as world's best resort in House of Commons of the United Kingdom. Ms. Bale takes care of recruitment, employee welfare, and industrial training. She is also a member of Suraksha Champions and COVID-19 Task Force of Leela Goa unit. She is an internal auditor for ISO 14001 and ISO 22000 at the Leela Goa. Also, she was facilitated at the International Hospitality Day by IIHM and IHS as COVID warrior for the stellar role played during the pandemic year 2020-21. Now may I please request our Dean, Ma'am, Professor Dr. Garima Prakash, who has over 27 years of diversified experience in hotels, restaurant management operations, ranging from concept building, menu designing, menu engineer, recipe development, and I can say on a personal note, is a perfect leader for all of us. Ma'am, the stage is all yours, and you please welcome Sheetal Bale, ma'am.
Thank you, Sunil Chef. Very good afternoon and a warm welcome to Sheetal ma'am, our Registrar Sir Dr. Sanjeev Sharma, my colleagues and my students. Ma'am, I take this special privilege to firstly thank you for accepting our invitation and being here on this platform to educate our students with your varied experience and such a rich experience in a diversified experience. I think so who better than you to address our students which are at present with us, and also we have a lot of people who are the prospect students who are thinking of taking admission this year. So who better than you to address them and tell them, yes, our industry is a very resilient industry. COVID or no COVID, we are here to stay all the time and we'll bounce back well the moment this is a little bit over. So I think so. Once again, thank you so very much, ma'am, and all yours.
Am I audible now?
Yes, ma'am, you are. Yes, you are.
Yeah. Okay. So very good afternoon to all, and thank you for the introduction and thank you for the invite as well. I would love to speak to the students and the graduate who the you know prospective students who are seeking to join the industry. So as they say, and someone has said hospitality is simply an opportunity to show love and care. You see, so when we talk about hospitality, I want to tell everyone when we talk about hospitality. Now, there's always this thing about what is hotel industry, what is hospitality industry. Hospitality, when we say it is just a broader concept, but hotel industry primarily is something which looks after the guest accommodation and all the related services. So it is one part of service industry which is very, very interesting, no doubt. Uh, to say that I have been here for last 2 decades and I still enjoy every bit of it, every single day that I have been here working, I surely enjoy it, because when you are working in the hotel industry, it is with the people that you are working, you're dealing with the people, and you're working in best of the surroundings. It is really, really very nice. मतलब आपको बहुत अच्छा लगता है कि आप इस तरह काम कर रहे हो जहां यू आर मीटिंग न्यू पीपल, यू आर मीटिंग डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ पीपल, not only from your own country but different country, and different aspects of the life that you get to know here. So it's a whole new world, and a very, very interesting one as well. Okay, so of course, to speak about the hotel that I work, it's a 5-star resort and a very beautiful one at that. 75 acres of lush greens that is there, surrounded, and it's kind of a paradise on earth, no doubt about it. Now, to speak about the industry that everyone is seeking to join, when all my friends here who are here and who want to join the industry and who wants to know the prospects that are there when it comes to the hotel industry. As we all know, when we say what is the future in hotel industry, very much as Madam said just now, we are here to stay, pandemic or no pandemic. There's no doubt about it. We have got all the things covered here, and there is a huge demand for skilled professionals in the industry. With the kind of increased demands of hotels in India and worldwide, people are looking more and more for the skilled professionals. So when I say skilled professionals, that is the key word. You see, what happens is people have this thing in mind. Okay, many of them, they're doing this, BSc degree you do, or you do MBA, and then you want to enter the hotel industry. No, when we are talking about the hotel management graduates, there that word comes about the skilled professionals. There's a huge difference. There's a marked difference between a skilled professional and otherwise. So you see, when you join a hotel management college or hotel management course, it is like you are on the shop floor right on the first day. You're right in the field. Nothing new. You're right from the beginning. You're being taught to hone or to polish all the skills that are required for the hotel management graduate, and that's the reason. Because when you're entering the industry is looking out for the professionals who are very much geared up when it comes to all the other soft skills as well, whether it is a teamwork, whether it is communication skills. That is one more aspect, very, very important aspect, that you need to have good communication skills when you join or when you enter the industry as a hotel management, or you want to become a good hotel manager. Definitely your communication skills come into picture. No, it's not like that, see, when we talk about English, it's not like not knowing good English is something to look upon. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि आपको बहुत अच्छी English या अंग्रेजी नहीं बोलनी आती है, तो not a problem. But if you decide to join this industry, then you must polish a good English, because a French gentleman coming to your hotel, if he doesn't know French, if you don't know French, definitely both of you will be knowing English to speak. It's a common language. So communication skills, how to work in a teamwork, and what are the special needs of the guests that who come to your hotel. All those things require for you to become a very, very skilled professional. And to be a skilled professional, it is very important that you join for your hotel management course. You do your course for 3 years. You have a lot of practical knowledge. You are being taught how to, polish all your skills that are there and brought about, because different people have different skills. Somebody is good at something, somebody is good at something else. You have got wide variety to choose from. And not only that, see, when we are talking about career prospects, it's not necessary that it is the in of hotels that you are making a prospect into, because primarily when we are talking about hotel management students, we say, okay, hotel industry. But then other than hotels, there is airlines, there is cruise, and you can even be a entrepreneur. You can have your own business, but for that, you need to be really, really skilled and need to have a good course to go upon. So I would, suggest, or rather I would urge, that you must join this industry, and with open eyes. You should also be prepared to take upon, because, though the industry is very, I know it looks very beautiful. It's like a show business, right? So it's like a show business. It looks very beautiful all around. Everyone connects to when we talk about hotel or five-star hotel, everyone thinks of, a beautiful lobby, standing there all dressed up in uniform, meeting nice people. But then it is also a very demanding industry. You need to be prepared for working hard. There's a lot of hard work put in behind the screens for the hotels to give good care to the guest. Like for example, where I work now at Leela's, our motto is guest is Atiti Devo Bhava, ancient saying of Atiti Devo Bhava, that is the guest is God. So we consider the guest as God. And that's the way you have to serve. That is what it is. So when you are in a hotel industry, you must remember you are here to serve the guest. So you need to know all your different kind of guests, all their different needs. So there's a lot to learn, and it's very interesting to learn. It's not like, it's not ऐसा grab नहीं है कि आपको लगेगा अरे बोरिंग कितनी पढ़ाई करनी है मुझे क्या करना है. No, you enter the industry and see how interesting it is, whether it is the kitchen, whether it is the rooms division, or whether it is the service, F&B service, where you meet people, the front office where you meet people, or the kitchen where you can, show off all your skills. So, yes, that is what it is, I would like to say. And anything else that anyone wants to know something about more about the career prospects, they can put in the questions, of course. Now, what do you say, Sunil?
Yes, ma'am. They have got the
Is
option
there
for
any?
asking the questions in the chat. They can. But I have
Right.
few of my own questions I wanted to confirm. So, in the
Yes.
BHM graduate, he's looking for a career growth. Where can he
Uh-huh.
see himself once he has joined the hotel at a level of management trainee? Where can he
Right.
see himself after 5 years, maybe 10 years? So, I will expect a question, maybe something about how does he need to
Yes.
work to become management trainee? And then where does he see himself after 5 years, maybe 10 years down the line?
See, for management training, now different companies have these different programs for management training. Not everyone has management training programs. Sometimes they take you as a trainee and then they move you on to as an executive level. Or else they have a management training program, which is usually for a duration of 2 years. Okay. I'm sure another question that comes is how good is the pay? So pay is definitely good in the hotel industry. There is nothing to worry about that. So, and when it comes to you can look at yourself to become a proper assistant manager by the end of 5 years, definitely. And a full-fledged manager, you need to give at least 8 to 10 years to become a good restaurant manager. Definitely, that's what it is. It also depends on the person how good your how much passionate you are for your own career graph. So you go in this industry, there's a lot of passion is required. and a lot of interest is required to hone your skills and to go forward for it. So yes, there is wide variety of options. Wide variety of options. You even have, you can decide. There are a lot many times that you realize that there is something else that you are better at. When you are working in all the different departments, and then you have the option of transfers within the hotels. You're joining a particular company which has many. If you are joining a hotel chain, then usually you have this option of getting transferred to the different hotels, different category of hotels, maybe resorts, maybe business hotel, luxury segment. Some hotel chains have different luxury segments, so you have all that thing. Like for example, now at Leela's, when we in fact right at the beginning, during the hotel management course, when we invite the students for industrial training, when we take them, even that is a platform where we judge, and we, if it is a 4 to 6 months of training, then we keep in mind wherein the students can again come back to us after the completion of their program, and they can seek for the fresher positions that are there, whatever is their interest for. So there is a lot of platform and a lot of things which you can go in for. There's a huge opportunity, I would say.
Okay.
And
Ma'am, I guess we can give some time to our participants. You shared a very nice video of the Leela Goa. So
yes,
we
yes,
can play that. They will have some time to think about the questions and we can get back to that.
definitely, definitely.
Sunil Chef,
Okay, I'll
I
just
would like to
please
address
go ahead.
something with ma'am.
Uh,
Ma'am, I mean, there are little concerns. Firstly, if you could kind of, differentiate or get hospitality and hotels together. You draw a parallel between them because, hotel management and hospitality management, they are two different words. And although we, being from the industry, we do understand that hotels lead to further hospitality. So, and also, ma'am, like, how being in a hotel or doing a hotel management or prepares you to be a hospitality graduate. So it is like, that it opens up the doors for so many other things. And all of us have kind of,
absolutely.
progressed from hotels to other things, which is a platform right now in the world. And a graduate from a hotel management college is always seeked after. So if you could kind of, throw some light on that, I think so, the students will understand the varied other more options than just hotels.
Yes, yes. As I said, other than the hotels and resorts and spas or whatever, which is the primary option, there are other places. Now, you see, when you are a hotel management graduate, it's not only that you are studying about the front office, or you're only studying about the kitchen or the F&B service or anything. You are also getting yourself graduated in the financial section, all the other sections. So you also have a lot of opportunities in the hotel management colleges. Okay. There are other entities. Then there is hospitality is a broader spectrum. Now you go into human resource, you go into other part of the hotel. You also get yourself into hospitals. Hospital also has a part of it where there is hospitality. I mean, hotel management graduates can cater to. There are different, what do you say, galleys or kitchens or parts which are service, part of service industry, but part of hospitals, part of other uh, bigger companies which we have, so where they can go into and prosper more. Or there are standalone restaurants, bars, other things where they can go into. So there is lot of scope. It also depends on what change you want to do after the hotel management, what more you want to study into and diversify yourself into. Always have that option.
And we'll be getting a lot of questions from our senior most batch. I
Uh-huh.
would say 20% of them are interested into sales and marketing, especially in the hotel.
All right.
So,
All
is it a guy who has just finished his BHM program can directly enter into sales and marketing, or does he have to
right.
go for any more program after that? Or does the hotel give them the option of going in for an MBA while doing their while working with the hotel?
Hotel gives them it depends on you see at the interview level whether he has to be interviewed, and then it depends from hotel to hotel how much is the potential. If he is a potential candidate and if you feel that he's really good at what he is wanting to project, then yes, sales and marketing also takes freshers, there's no doubt about it, wherein he can continue to do his MBA otherwise side by side. But that's not it's not necessary that it has to be a MBA graduate only, because many a times it does happen that with the hotel management graduation you are seriously good at sales and marketing. So if you are able to project, and if you're the person who has recruited you feels that this person can be, then at hotel level always there are training programs, you see. Whatever department or whatever place you join, there's always this training program to mold you into the ways of that particular company or the hotel. No? There is an extensive training program rather at all times. So it's not a problem. The sales and marketing is an option where they can seek into, definitely.
Ma'am, just one very important question which is hitting everybody's mind, is hitting my mind and your mind also. Because this COVID thing and all, how do you think, how long will the hotel actually take to get out of it? Now they're already getting out of it. That's the best question.
Yes, yes. The best thing is that I feel that we bounce back very fast. Very fast. In fact, rather, there's an experience of 2021 last year. Last year, it so happened that this thing happened, and by March the international flights were stopped and everything. All the business started going astray. By April, May, we didn't have the guest, but that was the time. Immediately the teams were formed. At least I'm talking about my own hotel. The Suraksha team was formed, the COVID warriors were formed, there was a task force formed, and whatever new SOPs were put into implementation, new SOPs were made, put into implementation immediately as related to COVID, whatever were the requirements, and we were all set and ready within a month for the next guest to come. And we did bounce back because we did have business by September, October. The Goa is primarily a tourist destination, so definitely tourism is a big part of the states. When it comes to the earnings. So there are a lot of people who depend on the hotel industry, the hospitality industry here, and it was really good. September, October saw people coming back. People were but unfortunately, it so happened that in this month of February, again, we went back to this thing. But as I think right in the beginning, we put this mode on that, COVID or no COVID, we are here to stay. So there is no doubt about it. We have taken all the precautions, right? We have done a lot of, enhanced our, what do you say, the protection towards the or prevention for the COVID prospects. So it should not be a problem. We are all set, ready, and most of the hotels are. They are getting geared up for that. There's nothing to worry about. Okay, क्या होगा अभी ऐसे हो गया पूरा tourism industry. It's true that tourism industry is maximum hit. There is no doubt about it. Tourism industry has got a real bad hit. But yes, it will bounce back equally. I'm confident that everybody can. People don't have to think about it. They can just confidently go in for their hotel management graduation and seek out. We will definitely be looking out for new graduates.
So we have a question from a part. Yeah, Kulman sir, please. First you.
Mrs. Bale, in fact, I have spoken to mostly regarding placing my students for internships and various other things. And when a student joins the hospitality management course, he joins with a lot of enthusiasm. But then once when he goes for internship, he says, sir, long working hours, they are making me work 9 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours. So I always try to tell them, well, this is part of the game. At times you work, at times you do not work. So these students, some of them get dejected. So What is your take on this one? What would you
See,
like to communicate to such people
yeah,
that they should
that's
not
what.
get dejected by such long working hours?
Right. So what I try to tell them, even when the students join here, that's what I try to tell them. I think I said this before also. They have to go into this industry with open eyes. It is very demanding industry, no doubt about it. But then one should not have just a rosy picture of a hotel and think, one has to work hard. So yes, there are long working hard. But then the rewards are also like that. Uh, Particularly during the training when they are coming. Now the thing is I feel that is that is what shows the way the industry is, and that is your first glimpse, and you have to decide, this is what I have come to do. Am I going to do this or not? Now, it all depends on your mind, how you look at it. It is about your vision. I always tell the students, look at it this way, that what are you going to gain from here? What are you going to go back with? 6 months may look very long, or 4 months may look very long with the long number of hours of working. बहुत काम करना पड़ रहा है, कितना काम करना पड़ रहा है. It's like that. But the thing is, it's not only long hours. In the event you are learning something, your focus should be, what are the learnings that I'm going to take from here? And it's only once in your lifetime that you're doing one training, right? So that is what is showing you what the industry is. And I think one should go all prepared with open eyes and not keep it confined to the number of hours. The number of hours are 9 hours, and then why am I working more than 10 hours or 11 hours? But this is a service industry. You cannot break away. It's not some book कि आप ऑफिस गए हो और आपने फाइल बंद कर दिया और आप घर आ गए. ऐसा तो नहीं हो सकता. You are dealing with people, a guest, dealing with demands of the guest, and it's all about how you take it. You need to be interesting enough.
That's exactly what I tell the student, that when I joined hotels, I joined front office. 9 hours used to be a normal duty, but then we used to never get free before 10 hours or 11, 12 hours. And that's how people come up.
If I may add something, I am good afternoon, Ms Bale. I'm the director, Campus Life Director Vatel for Shashank University. Good afternoon. How are you, ma'am?
Good. How are you, sir?
Are you in your beautiful property right now?
Absolutely.
I can see the surrounding behind you looks stunning. No, what I wanted to say, I think also the industry has taken into consideration these timings and hours, and I think now also in hotels, people are getting a day off for sure and 2 days off. When at my time and at Kulmohan Singh's time, and probably when you, ma'am, started, we were not even considered for any kind of leaves. So I think the industry has really moved forward when it comes to HR policies and giving more time and more time off and a little bit of more and less hours of work. But obviously it's a demanding industry that everybody should keep that in mind, as you said earlier, and that you have to put your bit in, otherwise obviously career-wise you would not be able to do something very interesting. I just wanted to ask you also something else, ma'am. You have reopened in between the both lockdown?
Yes. We did reopen in September.
Yeah, I have heard that business was quite good at the reopening of lockdown.
Yeah, thank God for that. That what happened is, we have a lot of these, last few years destination. There were a lot of business from the marriages. Destination weddings have become a fashion, in the industry for last few years. So there were a lot of weddings which were there and which brought in a lot of business, and which was good for us, of course.
So basically we can say that the industry definitely has a resource to bounce back. And we have seen also in Gurgaon a lot of hotels that were closed during the lockdown and reopened right after the lockdown. Within a month and a half had gone back to a 50, 60%, 70% occupancy. So it's not like the industry has collapsed. is just, I would say, a sort of a parenthesis, a sort of a time where we are a little bit in a limbo. But obviously, I believe that this will pass and that we'll have beautiful days to come for our industry. I just wanted to ask you about that.
That's very nice. Very nice.
Thank you very much.
Yes, and I would like to add something. As you said, over the years, yes, HR policies and practices have been better. We take a lot of care. I feel so that for even for the students or otherwise, we have as per the occupancy, maybe hotel occupancy, if it is not very busy, we do have some recreations for them. We have a recreation room for them, and we otherwise have for them kind of classes or from within the department where they can learn a little more extra. It's not that it's all work. They're also part of the training programs which we have introduced in last few years. We have ensured that wherever possible they should do only 9 hours of work as well as a student when they're there. But of course, when there are particular events, it isn't possible. You see, if there is an event for about 3 days or 4 days, so the entire hotel is busy. Round the clock. So that's the way it is. That's what the industry is, as I said.
Ma'am, would like to add to it. I guess short hours of operation or long hours of operation, I guess the industry is very rewarding. So it depends on the students to students. If they invest that time, that amount of time during the very initial days, probably there is too much of rewards after the internships or after the training that is being completed. So I guess short hours of operation and long hours of operation doesn't really matters when you are actually made your mind to get into the field of hospitality and tourism.
True.
Do we have any more questions from the guest side? Guest, maybe the attendees? Any more questions from anybody's side? Ma'am, should I proceed to the video that you have shared with us?
Yes,
I'm looking forward to seeing that video again. I loved it. I saw it once.
Okay, please.
So, anybody else has any other question in their mind they want to ask, ma'am, or should we take it forward?
I have one more.
Sir.
Yeah.
Sure.
Mrs. Bale, one thing which I would like the students to understand straight from you is that when students appear for the placement interviews, obviously everyone wants to become the management trainee. But then what I wanted to also tell the students is that management training, if you do not get, you start from what you get, and there are so many opportunities. I've seen that the management.
Lots.
Yeah, so this is what, if you could explain to my students,
I
that
have
to
here
not get dejected as by not getting management training, you can start from anywhere. And then
Yeah. No, I understand what you're trying to say. It is, everyone wants to start as a management trainee and wants to go into a management cadre immediately. It's like, no, I don't want to start as a team member or a team leader or whatever. But one has to understand it's all about them. It's all on them, like how they fare into the industry. And there are a lot of opportunities. In fact, if we had to see presently in our management cadre, there are a lot of them who have who did not start as management trainees. Definitely not. They started as team member, or they started as team. They started with. In fact, there is a restaurant manager here who started as a industrial trainee here. Who was an industrial trainee, went back, completed his graduation, came back as a team member, joined, became a team leader or a captain, and then proceeded on to become executive and a restaurant manager. So it's nothing like that. It's there is no stopping. It's this barricade that is there in the mind should be taken off, thinking that only with the management training program I can progress as a manager. No, there are a lot of opportunities.
Great, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
So on
Thank you
this
very
note,
much.
I'll first of all thank you for being here. It was actually very interesting for to hear the thoughts from your side also, because students always say that faculties keep on talking to us. So we thought this time let's bring somebody from the industry as an expert to talk about the thing. And it's always good to hear from a person in such a beautiful location for the tourism industry, that is Goa. So thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so
Welcome.
much. Taking this
Welcome and
forward,
thank
I
you
would
so
Thank
much.
you very much, Mrs. Bale,
thank you,
and
ma'am.
thank you very
Yeah,
much for
I would. It was a
accepting our
very
invitation at such a short notice.
Yeah, no.
Thank you
It
so
was
much,
very
ma'am.
interesting session, and thank you so much, ma'am. Nice
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
to
much, ma'am.
interact with you all. A little
Thank you.
difficult nowadays. We have to get used to all these virtual sessions. I know.
Yes.
Yes.
Zara odd ho gaya because you used to face with the students or the new graduates. Yes, it was nice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So
Thank you,
taking this
madam.
forward, I would like to invite our Dean Professor Dr. Garima Prakash to talk about our school and the BHM program. Ma'am, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, Sunil Chef. So now, welcome once again, and we had a great session with Sheetal ma'am. And when we saw that video, that was the first thing. I mean, who doesn't want to work in that environment? Anybody and all of us. So that is an added advantage that we get when we do a hotel management. The perfect surroundings, you're close to the nature, you meet the best of the people, right? So now coming to how do you get into hospitality management? The first platform is to do a graduation degree into hospitality management. And what better than to choose a school which is both very strong in hotel as well as tourism business, and that is Vitel. So we have this tagline: when you choose Vitel, you choose success. It's out of the first step when you decide, the day you decide to pay up your fees and the day you decide that you're going to be a part of Vitel India at Sushant University, you become a Vitalian. And it opens up doors for you throughout your life. And you carry this along with you in your behavior, in your conduct, in your experience, and on your CV. And rest assured, students, as I would say, this is just not a matter of saying that when you choose Vitel, you choose success. This is actually something which is going to take you long way ahead in your life for next 30, 40 years. Next slide, please. And yes, to reinforce that, we had this survey. This is a annual survey of colleges which happen in India, which is called as GHRDC, so which is Global Human Resource Development Center, and they do an annual survey with the colleges and the universities to see where it is a very exhaustive process of this audit, and they see and then they rate where you stand, and then you get your award or your ranking. And we are glad to share with you that we are second rank in the state of Haryana, which again speaks for us that ours is a great college, and we have been ranked fifth rank in the category of excellence in India. Next, chef. As we've already talked about, hotel management is no longer hotel management. Hotel management has conveniently and very attractively converted itself into hospitality, and that we have been discussing for last half an hour. It opens up various career opportunities. First, obviously, being the hotels and resorts. It opens up doors for entrepreneurship, whatever kind of entrepreneurship you want to set up an event company, want to set up a bakery, you want to set up a restaurant, or you want to set up a facility planning company. So all this comes from when you do a hotel management or a BHM degree. Right? Then you have options into cruise liners, you have quick service restaurants, you have institutional caterings, all MNCs, cafeterias, school caterings, any kind of institution, that is something which can be done by a BHM graduate. You have hospitals catering services. Now with COVID, we have more hospital medical facilities opening up, and all hotels perform like a 5-star hotel. So leave aside the medical part, and the rest, everything functions like a hotel. And who will take care of that? Obviously, a BHM graduate. Then you obviously can convert yourself into teaching later in your life. I am a professional chef who specializes into Indian cuisine. I have been into the industry for 18 years, and after 18 years, I moved into teaching. And all our faculty have minimum of 10 years of industry experience. So, especially for girls or even for boys, if they have their calling later to do a doctorate or to do further research or further education, they can come into teaching, both nationally and internationally, And then you can be into airline cabin crew, you can be on a airport ground staff, airport lounges, customer service jobs, all MNCs, call centers, BPOs, KPOs, all have graduate trainees from hospitality. What happens? Why so? Firstly, as we said, the course itself is such that we teach you how to deal with a customer. It's a service-oriented course, so you automatically learn how to be humble. You know how to conduct yourself. You learn how to behave in front of a customer. You know how to kind of, satisfy a customer. All this comes to you when you do a BHM degree. And what best to have as a base to enter into any industry, let it be banking, let it be, all industries right now, or any kind of industry where you need to kind of, sell anything or promote anything. The product knowledge will be given to you by that company, but definitely the basic service customer management is something that you learn from being a BHM graduate. Then industrial caterings and all bars and pubs. So these are the few career opportunities. So it's not only that you're stuck with hotels and hotel jobs, you bifurcate into loads and loads of jobs. Everything right now has a base of service industry and a customer service. And that is something what a BHM graduate excels in. Our Bachelor of Hotel Management, what we call as BHM, is a 4-year degree program. So the 4 years is basically divided into 8 semesters. Out of 8 semesters, there are 6 are academic semesters and 2 are industrial training semesters. As we had initially started, and that's how Sheetal ma'am also started her talk. This is a very, very skill-oriented course and a skill-based line. So obviously, it goes without saying that out of the 4 years of the graduate degree, you have to have mammoth amount of time which is going to be devoted to training, industrial exposure, practicals to hone your skills or hone your skill set and to become skilled. So the first year deals with the foundation skill set, second year deals with the knowledge of the operational skill set, the third year takes care of your managerial skills, and the fourth year takes you into research, entrepreneurial and leadership skills. So basically, you start with your foundation, you take care of the operations, you become excellent managers, and then you become excellent entrepreneurs and leaders or researchers. Jeff, next slide, please. So our BHM program basically is of 200 credits. That is requirement by the UGC, and that is how it is divided. The whole undergraduate program has different types of courses. So there are few core courses which deal to excel your skill sets and make you skilled. There are discipline-specific electives, things that are necessary necessary for the core subjects to come together. You have general elective ones, which is basically a transdisciplinary course, which is a must in all academic in all academic semesters. In this, basically, you do projects with students of other schools, and so that you learn how to work in unity, and how, because transdisciplinary and interdisciplinary is something which is the latest format of education. So you just don't get restricted to being into hotel management or hospitality management, but you will understand and do projects where an architecture student is also coming in, an engineering student is also coming in, and the learning becomes and is developed as transdisciplinary. You have general electives too. You have dissertation and internships, as I said, 2 semesters. You have skill enhancement courses, skill enhancement courses which are directly mapped to what Vattel expects us to do. You have ability enhancement courses, and you have service learning and community-based courses. So if you see the subject, the course structure of a BHM program of 200 credit is a very, very diverse program structure, which actually deals and ensures that you are developed holistically by the end of 4 years. Next, chef. So then, as we've talked about, that internship is a major part of this program. We have various internships. The first internship is right after your first year, which is referred to as mean summer internship. Laura sir will explain it to you in detail what it is. This is one of our USPs, what being a Vattel India campus has to offer to you, which is very unique to this program. And none of the other schools do this when they teach at hotel management or hospitality management. Laura sir will tell you about that in detail. Again, then we have a 1-year exchange program, which is referred to as Marco Polo, which sir will take you forward with. And then we have these 2 semesters, which are 22 weeks training. 1 6 months training happens in second year, which is a basic training, and you get oriented into all types of your all areas of the hotel to understand how the hotel comes together into its functioning. In the third year, which is a 6-month training, you do a specialization training, because by that time you know in which area or department you want to go. Steph, next. The USP of the schools, as we said, we excel academically. You would have seen that with the nature of the program structure that we have. We have a strong industry and academia integrated choice-based credit system curriculum. So when we talk about general elective 1, general elective 2, all that comes into that. Academic excellence is obviously portrayed by all our faculty members, have experiences from the industry, and then they have come into teaching. Transdisciplinary learning, which is in the form of TDCC. Then we have French language. Kulmohan sir takes care of French language, and it's mandatory by Vattel. Being a Vattel school, that French is taught in all semesters. So by the end of 4 years, you specialize and you excel in French, because there's so much of French that is taught to you. Then student-focused soft skill trainings happen in the school. We have experiential learning. We do a lot of events which are organized. So you learn theory, you do practicals, and then you convert it into events, because we believe when there are life kind scenarios in which students function, they try to understand and they get real life problems and they learn how to solve them. Then we obviously have a robust industry connect. You should go and visit our Insta page. You will see the amount of industry people who come and talk to our students, who are connected with us, and how we fill the gap between the industry and the academia. Then futuristic infrastructure and resources. We have a great infrastructure. I'll just take you through some pictures of that. We have industry experience and research-oriented faculty. All our faculty either are doctorates or are in the process of getting their doctorates. There are faculty who have published patents. Everybody is into writing research, and everybody has a research going on, And all the faculty, that is a major criteria, that would have and should have worked with the industry before they come and join us. International internships and placements, which definitely Laura sir will just speak about, and you'll get a fair idea about that. And holistic student development. When you do all these things, we ensure that a student develops and comes out after 4 years of program very, very industry ready. And he'll only be industry ready when he has had every aspect of his growth has been taken care of. And that is what we do at school, Vattel Hotel and Tourism Business School. Next slide, Chef. So our infrastructure looks something like this. You are free to come and visit the university the moment it opens. I think so in a week or 2 weeks time it will open. It's the lockdown is getting some relaxation, so you can come and visit. We have 3 kitchens: basic training kitchen, quantity training kitchen, and advanced training kitchens. Basic training kitchen is basically all these different names of the kitchen are because of different types of equipment and different types of cuisines that is done. As in how you progress from first year to the 4th year, you keep changing your kitchens and the menus that you do. We have a great bakery and a pastry. We have 2 restaurants. One is called Vitel Epicure, which is a newer restaurant, and then we have a Vitel Cafe. This is a place where you do your F&B service practicals, you do your bar practicals, and you have your classes related to how to stock up a restaurant, how to maintain a restaurant, how to function in a restaurant. Next slide, Chef. Then we have a housekeeping and a front office lab. We have proper softwares in place. We have a computers and housekeeping lab. You have all the amenities which will take you through our housekeeping practicals. Next slide, Chef. And then, as we have said, that we believe into holistic growth of students. We have a very diverse environment in terms of students. We have students from all over the world. There are few students on the slide who would see. So definitely, being in India, when you have different students from different countries, it gets you into a very, very diverse culture. So being in India, you start working with different nationalities. You study with different nationalities. You understand their cultures. You make friends, over and above. So this gives a very, very diverse and a very, very multicultural environment to the school. Next slide, Chef. And then obviously we have international placements. Yes, Chef, next slide. So our students are placed both nationally and internationally. These are our few students who have got their jobs and successfully doing their jobs abroad. So both national and international placements is something that is got to you at the end of your 4th year, and so it is your choice whether you want to get placed nationally and progress. Next slide, Chef. And obviously the cherry on the cake is the dual degree. In this 4 years program, you get 2 degrees. One you get from Sushant University in India, and one you get from Vitel International Business School from France, which is a recognized degree from the French government. So tomorrow, if you want to go abroad, apply for a PR, apply for an immigration, you don't have to want to settle in a different country. You don't have to go and do your education over further to reinforce your Indian education. Right, sitting in India at a nominal price, in the same time of effort, in the same type of this thing, you are getting your 2 degrees, and this takes you a long way, trust me. Next slide, Chef. And Harvard Business School, we are tied up with Harvard Business School online. So in your program, you are offered to do 2 Harvard Business School online in the same amount of fees that you have done. And these certificates basically take you a long way. Sitting in India, again, because of a collaboration, you are getting these 2 courses during the course of your time free of cost. Thanks, Chef. So I think so. That is it. Laura sir, our director for the Vitel program, will take over and he'll explain you all about our Vitel legacy, how we stay connected, and what are our USPs in terms of our student exchange program and our NEEM summer training, and much more. Over to you, Laura sir. Laura sir.
I'm here, sorry, it took a little time for me to come online. Yeah. Good afternoon, Dr. Garima. Thank you very much for all these explanation. Thank you to Ms. Bale also for interaction with the students. Good afternoon, students. Good afternoon, everyone, colleagues. Welcome. Thank you for being with us this afternoon. I am Mr. Laurent, and I take care of this program since its inception in 2015, where I was brought to this university actually 6 years ago to start this program only. And since then, of course, I have the help of a lot of people, and nowadays with Dean Garima, doing all this work and the team, I am blessed in my, my directorship in that matter, because these guys are doing a wonderful job for the school. We have a wonderful school. I think, Chef, there is no need to present me. It's okay. I am part of the school. It's all right. As I was saying, we have a beautiful team, wonderful school, and since 2015, we have seen so many success stories with our students that we don't count them anymore. Vatel, what does it mean? When you choose to study, it's important to know what kind of background the people you're studying with or you're going to study with have. Sushant University, for instance, has a school of architecture, which is number 1 in the country and number 3 in certain other ranking institute, but it's 30 years old. And why is it one of the best of the country? Because it's that old. Vatel is 40 years old. As a matter of fact, we will, if we are lucky enough, Dean Garima and myself are supposed to go to a Vatel conference in November, where we'll be also celebrating the 40 years of Vatel. It started in 1981 with the first school in France. It was created by a man called Mr. Sebon. And around the year 2000, we started that expansion of the Vatel model, first in Europe, and finally we reached out internationally. And today we count 50 campuses in more than 31 countries. So you see what has been achieved in 40 years and where we have got to now with 50 campuses. I think you can show the map if you can, Chef. I think we can see very well that from the complete west coast of the United States to the east coast of Asia, we have schools. And they are in Africa, in America, in Asia, in Russia, in China, everywhere. And one only school in Delhi, in Gurgaon, in Sushant University, which is the only school of the country. What does it mean to have 40 years of experience? It means that we have lived 40 years and we have seen a lot of things during that time. And we have had time to make a curriculum and make protocols and build something that is strong and robust. And we are giving robust education. What have we achieved also in 30 years is that, in 40 years, sorry, is that we have created 30,000 alumni. And these 30,000 alumni, they are helping us, continuing our, goal to get a better, always on top curriculum, because that's what we want. We want a reactive curriculum. We don't want to teach people something from 2020 or 2019. It's not because we are 40 years old that we're going to teach you something from 1981. No, we want to teach you something from 2025. And that's the way we are able to do it, because of our alumni support, this network of people who are pushing information towards us, giving us opportunities of understanding better the trends of the industry, because they work all over the world. A second very, very important thing is, again, a network thing, is that we have, more than 50 schools in 31 countries. It means we have a huge network. What do you do like a network? What is a network? A network, I don't really like word network. It's more like a relationship. We have a relationship with all the other Vatel schools in the world. And that's what helps us do all these things we do, our programs, international exchange, etc., etc. So as you can see in this slide, as I told you, 50 campuses in 31 countries. Our School of Architecture, I said, is number 1, in the country. Vatel Business School is number 1 in the world as far as hospitality schools are concerned. We are recognized by the professional in the international hospitality industry. Also, we got recognition last year for our Marco Polo program, which I'll explain to you in detail later on. 9,000 students throughout the world, 35,000 alumni who work all over the place, all over the globe, and give us that input that I was telling you about. International internship, international placement. Some of our students are going to the US very soon. Some of our students are going to Montenegro. Europe is in the books also. Might be a little difficult because of the present scenario of the double mutant. But we are still hopeful that by July, August, we might be able to send the students to France, where we have a beautiful program. Average annual salary is quite good, as you can see. World-class faculty, I told you already. It's very important also that you understand with whom you're going to study. The people who are in our school, they have been with us for years. Dean Garima is not only as the name says Dr. Garima Prakash. Why? Because she's a doctor in philosophy. What does it mean? It means that she has reached the highest possible academic achievement. And she also was an executive chef, which in the world of chefs is also one of the highest ranking achievement that you can manage. So she's somebody who has worked in the industry as an executive chef in London, all over Europe, in Seychelles, where she spent, I think, 5-6 years in beautiful hotels, 7-star hotels. So she knows the industry inside out, and she has an academic sorted as well. And that's this kind of people you want to study with, because in hospitality management, what counts is the strength of people, industry-wise and academic-wise, because both are merging together, and that's how you're going to get the best exposure. And a global exchange program, which is unique in this country. A double degree, ma'am told you about, and a global exchange program means that you can leave India for a year and go study elsewhere in another school of the network, because as I said earlier, friendship, network, family, same thing. There we are a big family. So I'll explain to you a bit our international program so you understand what also we are doing. The summer internship I was talking to you about in Nîmes, in Vatel, which is our best school, from the network. We have a hotel there, 5-star property, 75 rooms, 2 restaurants, and of course a spa as well, and banqueting. So students go there every year from India, and they train for 10 weeks in our hotel there. The wonderful thing that happens is that they go there with a lot of other people from a lot of other countries, from a lot of other schools, from Vatel schools. And there they have an opportunity to make friends, to network, to know people, and to, be able to do something for their career. It's very important. A lot of our students, in our placement, we are 100% placement, figure is there for our school. We've always placed 100% of our students. But I also want to say that some of our students are placed themselves because they have been abroad, they have made friends, they have spoke to some hotels, they have done an internship, they were very good, the hotel loved them, bang, they were hired. They were hired after their degree by the same hotel in that same country. And if you want today to have a visa for anywhere in the world, you will need an invitation letter. You will need that kind of exposure. And that's what these guys have done. We have people going right now on internship for 6 months in Montenegro. Why? Because they were in a program there for a year. They went in a hotel and they secured now, another internship for themselves. That's how it works. That friendship, relationship, networking thing is key. So also what is important is you have cross-cultural exposure. As Dean Garima told you, we are teaching French. So it means that if you go to France for 10 weeks, you can make a little effort to speak French, and enhance your knowledge of the language. So it's an opportunity to discover another culture, other food, and etc., etc. I'll tell you something. Those programs, they are key. Also, for one reason, they prepare you for the industry. They prepare you to go forward in life. They make you industry ready. They make you life ready. You are able to troubleshoot problems. Students go to France for the first time. They've never left India. They land there. And what happens? The first day they go to the mess for the kids for the food, because in Vatel they give you the hostel and the food for free when you go there for your internship. You just have to pay for your ticket. For some of the kids, the boys and the girls, when they see the food, and especially for vegetarian, they are thinking, "My God, where are we? Where have we landed?" Chef is smiling and laughing because he went there. We're sending our faculty there every year also. Chef was there 2 years in a row, I think, and he had the opportunity 1 year. Okay, and Coleman Singh was there also 1 year. So he had the opportunity to witness for himself. But after 2-3 days, everybody has acclimatized. That's the point. You have to be flexible. That's what the industry wants from you today. Any industry, any job. Forget about hospitality and tourism. Any job will ask you this flexibility. So it's important, of the utmost importance, that you guys go. You can go to France, you can go to Spain, you can go anywhere. We have schools everywhere. Go and do something and have an exposure. And finally, the flagship program, Marco Polo exchange program, with a possibility of exchanging of credits as well. So you go there, you study in another school for one semester, 6 months, and you do your internship 6 months in the same country. We have 25 campuses as an option. Of course, opportunity to travel out of the country for a complete year. You get trained in another country, in another hotel. Although, of course, SOPs of hotels are pretty much the same all over the world, but sometimes in certain countries, there are more emphasis on things. Like if you go to France, you will discover how people are crazy about food and how they will go into details, and 3-star Michelin chef, and I'm sure you've heard of all these people. And there, it's another dimension altogether. So that's an interest, supplementary interest for this. No additional tuition fee to be incurred for the student. When you have paid your fee in Sushant University in Gurgaon, it means you are part of the Vatel family. And you can organize your own boarding and lodging also. Some of the schools have a hostel that is to be paid by the students. And that's a wonderful opportunity, and it's looking beautiful on your resume. And when you have done such a program, you are ready to enter the industry. You're ready for life, I'm telling you. And we have called this program Exchange Your Life, because it's an exchange program, an exchange your life. So, it definitely will change your life. I guarantee you. All the students who have been abroad in our school, and there are plenty, we send nearly 60 students every year. Of course, last year was a little bit of a challenge for everybody understands why, but that's about the numbers that we have sent so far. People have come back changed, and not in a bad way. They have come back changed in a very good way. They have built their self-confidence. They have built their ability to think on their 2 feet and to be independent. And that's something that you will need. I think I'm done. Sorry, I've taken a little too much time, I think, Chef. My apologies. And I think I leave it back to you. Thank you, students. Thank you, dear team.
Thank you so much, sir.
Mrs. Bale, and thank you, Dean Garima, for organizing this.
Thank you so much, sir. Interesting indeed. So I'll add one more point here. The time we reached France, our first day at the school, we were served the dinner at 5:45. And the students were waiting for a cup of coffee. And at the night, they actually realized that it was dinner they had at 5:45. and then they were running around at night 9 o'clock to have dinner somewhere. So yeah, let's take it forward. Let's talk about the admission process. The admission process at Shanti University sounds fairly simple. So what happens is you go online, you understand the process. So I'll just make your life a bit more easier. So you can go online, understand the process a bit better. Eligibility for the program stands at 50% aggregate of 10+2 in any stream, including English as a mandatory subject. So yes, English stands mandatory because our mode of teaching is English only. Then taking this forward, the process, we have an aptitude test that happens online. If in case you want to do it at our campus, you can do that. If in case you want to come online and do it at your home only, you can do that also. This is followed by a personal round of interview that happens with our dean and Mr. Loro. They take the interview together. And if you have cleared this thing, both the things are calculated together and you get a selection letter. And within that given period of time, you have been given a time for finishing off that form and submitting documents and everything. And once that is done, you have secured your seat at the university. And let me assure you, you will not regret being a part of this program. It's one of the best ones that we offer around the world. For more details, in contact Ms. Priyanka Narang. She is our counselor for the program. Her number and the email ID has been given here. So I'll just pause for about 3-5 seconds here so that at least you can note the number and the email ID down. If anybody has any questions they want to ask about the program and all, they can surely write here. And taking this forward, I'll take you through a beautiful video talking about Shanti University campus life. So please have a look at it.
The real learning is what happens on our inspiring grounds. In a 14-acre Wi-Fi-enabled campus, you will never feel disconnected from the world. The Ansal University campus is filled with playgrounds, cafes, and gymnasium. Our cultural calendar is always filled with upcoming events where students become the teacher of their own act. With our prime location, it is very easy for the students to commute through metro and college buses. The on-campus boys and girls hostel gives you a feeling of home, a place where friendship is formed for life.
My role basically, as you can see in campus life, is to make sure that the students who take admission with us and live on our campus feel like at home. I also handle the hostel. We have a wonderful football ground run by a football academy, free teaching for students. We also run a tennis academy on our 2 tennis courts, 2 volleyball courts. We also have basketball in the university.
Staying on campus has been one of the best decisions of my life. Anyone who's staying on campus, they have a very set schedule. You get up early in the morning, you work out, gym is terrific, the breakfast is awesome. You're not going to miss your mom's food.
The hostel is very good, not because of the environment also, but it is safe for girls, boys, and you get a very good environment for studying also.
This campus is where students get the teachers and facilities they truly deserve. All the 8 schools at our campus have their own state-of-the-art libraries. Students can access them anytime they want.
A student is often recognized by the name of the institution associated with his education, and I feel proud to be a student of School of Law, Ansal University.
The university has not only contributed to my growth as an architecture student, but also as a person tremendously.
With the help of TDLs, that is transdisciplinary learning, which happens here, it have helped me so much to interact and even learn from different schools.
My journey in this school has been all about self-discovering. So I came to this school thinking that I'll study interior designing, but obviously foundation happened and I obviously discovered myself.
I believe hotel management course here in Ansal University has given me an insight of how the hotel industry operates.
The environment here has not only helped me imbibe knowledge but also aided me in developing my overall personality.
Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. I thank our respective faculty members, our speaker for being a part of this program. The ones who want to know more about the program, they can surely get back to us through our university website also. There's a 24/7 link being given there. You can contact Ms. Priyanka also if in case you want. And to access the achievements and the activities we keep on doing at our campus and our school also, you can access our page, Batel India. It's a very interesting page. You'll find all the activities that you've done in the last 2 years on that page. So thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, Laura sir, for being a part of this. And thank you, Kulmon sir, for inviting our guests for the day. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. It was a very, very